Going on to the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about what brand and generically what marketing managers do. This is not reflective of every single company. It's more kind of like a generalized composite. But you can just think from the left to the right, there's more entry-level roles to more senior roles. Starting off with the left, usually the entry-level role, and this is usually targeted for MBA students. So coming out of business school, they would join these brand and CPG companies as an assistant brand manager. And what is the assistant brand manager all about? Well, it's really about learning the basics of running the business, of starting to get that taste of owning the P&L and being a general manager for a product. Some of the key day-to-day responsibilities, it would include things like business analysis and reporting, competitive analysis, executing marketing plans, managing different marketing budgets and working with different vendors, and also working on advertising copy, whether it be TV, print, radio, or online. After a couple years in that role, somewhere between 2 to 3 years, assistant brand managers then get promoted into a brand manager. And as a brand manager, the context and the focus there is more about running teams. And so now that brand manager is starting to have some direct reports where they have several assistant brand managers reporting to them. They're starting to be viewed as a senior individual in the organization, and so they're looked upon as a thought leader. They're usually given more challenging projects where they have to drive change initiatives, and they start to play a bigger role in driving the overall brand strategy. After a couple of years as a brand manager, then they get promoted as a marketing director, and this is individuals probably about 10 years after they've graduated business school. And as the marketing director, the key theme here, it's more about driving overarching strategy for the business unit. And they're starting to get deep in the weeds of managing and specifying budgets. And they're also now, rather than just a manager of frontline ABMs, they're now a manager of managers. And so they've got a much larger span of control. In addition to their senior visibility within the organization, they're also starting to represent the company externally too, whether it's at industry conferences or local organizations, etc.